Now we down in the 2-minute mode. We playing. This is when Pat Mahomes was playing in the preseason. This is my rookie year. So we playing. Neal get in the game. They winning. And there's 2 minutes left. We ain't got no timeouts. They finna run this ball. They finna just run it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm playing corner, so I'm mad. I'm like, I'm not finna get no action.
Right.
We get them to a 3rd and 1. I don't even know the playbook, but all I remember was if they line up in dot and there's 3 tight ends together, it's probably gonna be a halfback dive. He gonna try to bounce it to the corner. That's the only thing I remember from film the whole week. I'll be damned. It's 3rd and 1. They line up, and there's 3 tight ends, and the fucking halfback center behind the quarterback. I say, I swear to God, if this tight end blocks that, I'm just going to run in the backfield. Like, I don't even care. You can see I got the film. I'm just sitting here like this. That tight end blocked down, I just took off running to the backfield, hit him for a tackle for loss. I come back to the sideline, and I'm pissed off. Everybody, that's a good play. I'm like, man, fuck it. I'm mad. Like, dude, it's the game over. Like, I ain't. So, literally, one of my homeboys was like, hey, man, Marquand says you finna be second string safety next week. What? I get in the C-Jack office. Effective immediately, you're gonna be the second string safety. So now I gotta get you caught up on the playbook. What? Like, this is literally how
One
it
play. That was off of watching film, you said.
One play.
Yeah.
And that, I didn't even know our playbook looked like that, but if it was one thing I remember through the whole week of us talking, for some reason that stuck in my head.
Yeah.
And so I seen it. He down, but I took off running, but that one play got me that chance.
So guarantee I'm putting in all this work in the all season. All season. I can dominate all season. Putting in work in the all season. All season. So I can dominate all season. Putting in work in the all season. All season. So I can dominate all season. Putting in work in the all season. All season. So I can dominate all season.
This one over here, this shit. We gonna get it right.
Yeah, they were saying that they just feel like 3 years old.
Yeah,
like they just did it.
They just built this, bro.
Yeah,
Literally.
man. I talked to some of the Maryville Pop Warner coaches.
Yeah,
and they was, man, y'all.
Half up I went to school with. So it's like, and
bro,
they came out here.
Man,
I'm telling you, the love is real, bro. Like and like I said, they reach out. Hey, can I? Hell yeah, come on. Like, I don't even. That's how you know it's real. You ain't gotta ask. It's like, I want to help. Cool. Half of them pulled up, didn't even tell me.
right.
So it's just like, that's the cool part, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. I love to see it. And it's only going, you feel me, it's going to be a reflection, and you're going to see it in the kids. You know, Maryville already good. We seen John Peters out here. State one of the best players in the state right now, one of the best in the country as far as athletes go, you know, hurdler, everything. So you just keep on seeing guys out of Maryville rail the DN going to Eastern Michigan. Yeah, so it's like you just going to keep on finding those type of guys in this area because y'all doing this type of work behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
It ain't even just Maryville. It's 219, period. You from Lake Central, Morton. I don't care where you at, West Side. Like, don't matter where you at, Crown Point, wherever you at. It's all of us. You know what I'm saying? It was just a kid who got drafted from Michigan City. He going to the
the Miami.
And I never knew. You know what I'm saying? But then Fisk. And I'm like, there's another one. So it's just like I say, it's a 219 thing, bro. This whole area is an area that gets slept on. I don't like it. I hate it. So it's just like any chance I get, I wear it with a badge of pride. When I'm out there playing, people ask me, I am from the 219. Like, that's where I'm from. If you don't know where it's from, go look it up. Because we got talent up there, bro. So, heck yeah, man. It's a blessing. It's truly a blessing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we here at your second camp, right? This is the second year.
This will be number 3.
Oh,
this will be number 3.
Yeah,
number 3. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we did the one last year. We skipped the year before because of like COVID and stuff like that or whatever the case was. But we did one the year before that. So this is number 3, man. We getting them going and shit, time flying, bro. We getting them, man. We getting them in.
Yeah, and I only imagine it's gonna just keep getting, bigger and bigger as far as like what y'all are able to do with the community, and that's why I'm glad we here, covering it. And we were just talking about how like it's not just you, it's other guys who are in the NFL, CFL, just doing things at a high level, all coming back, taking time out of y'all preparation, getting ready,
a
for
real
y'all
community behind it.
Yeah,
man, and that's what you need in order for a community to grow. Like 219, like y'all wear that like a badge of honor for real.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? And you could
sir.
tell because it's like you in Florida, wherever everybody else is at, y'all all gonna come here like we getting it done for the community, and we don't care about what anybody else doing. Like we doing this for our community, so you gotta respect that.
You gotta, but that's the best way to do it, man. That's just the way to put each other on, man. It's just, and like I said to the kids out there, we now we pull the magnifying glass over here. So now that the magnifying glass is over here, turn up, do your thing, because now it's here. But where before it was like, okay, hold on, we gotta, hey, look over here. But now it's like, okay, now it's here. So it's just a beautiful thing to do. And like you said on the community thing, man, a lot of these guys that are here and the camps that we go to, we always in high school around the same time, which is really dope. So we already knew each other from there. We kept going forward, kept putting on, and everybody started making noise. And then one day we just sat around like, hey, man, let's do something that hasn't been done. It hasn't been done, you know what I mean? And there's still more. I mean, not even just in the football aspect. You got basketball players doing their thing from this area, man. I think of Dana off the top of my head. Just a bunch of people doing a lot of things. It's like, you know what? It's gonna get bigger. It's only gonna get bigger from here. Outside of even football, it's gonna get bigger. So I'm geeked up. Having Big Bro come back is always a good thing. A blast from the past, Super Bowl champ from this area.
Yep.
Always a good thing. Like you said, the community thing is a real thing, and that's what we try to do, man.
Super Bowl champ.
Super Bowl champ.
Super Bowl
certified.
champ, bro. Yeah.
Certified. So it's just having the kids be able to touch that.
Yeah, see that. Yeah.
Changes the game, man. So it's a blessing for sure, man. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So let me ask you, like I told you, I was talking to your dad, Mr. Neal, and just like what was that dynamic like? I mean, because you got 4 brothers, y'all all play ball. You know, your dad was telling me he coached for decades. You know what I mean? So was that something like early on? You was like, all right, this is something that we doing, or is it kind of like it was like football the thing, like we playing football?
You know what, man? My dad, I think my parents did a real good job not pressuring us to do anything. It was just whatever you find. Like my mom always hammer me in school when it came to you on student council, you gonna do this. So it was like we never was pushing to it. But my dad, I mean, having my dad, you can see all the newspaper articles. He had all his articles, everything. I mean, even walking around town, the OGs would say, man, Big Mike was bad doing that. So it's just like you kind of look, and then next thing your older brother playing. It's like, okay, well, he playing football, and he at Maryville, and I'm on the sideline, my little brother, and then my other brother playing. It's just like, well, you know, let me play. You know what I'm saying? I want to play too. Now it's my turn. And that's just the cool thing, man. There's always a little competition in there, too. You know what I mean? Like, you got your big brother. Oh, man, Mike was something else. You know, your other brother, man, your other brother was something else.
Hold on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I got something to prove, too.
Yeah, let me make something shake. So, I mean, having that dynamic in the family definitely turned it up for us, man. It's fun, but like I tell people, the thing that made it, like, really real for me was when he actually got drafted. And so we at the house, and he decided to stay home for the draft. I'm sitting on the couch. He's sitting to my right as he's sitting next to me right here. My dad and my sister sitting in the recliner. Somebody sitting in front. We all looking at the TV, and you on the second round. And the funny thing that people don't know is when you about to get picked, they call you about like 6 picks before. So they call you beforehand. So you got like pick 42, 43, and the next thing he get a phone call. We like, what? He like, hello, this is he. What? Like sitting, he looking up. I'm like, oh, this the call. And we all just start losing our mind. But like at that point, him getting drafted right next to me, and this is why we do these camps. That changed my life, knowing that it's a tangible thing. It's like, oh, he just did that. You know what I'm saying? Versus you watching it on TV, and it's like, oh, yeah. But no, he did it right here. I'm going to do the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? So that's the whole goal, to come back here and just being in these kids' faces. Like, you want to be in the league? Touch it. It's right here.
Right.
It's right here. So but that family dynamic definitely, I would say it definitely helped out for sure. It helped out for sure, no question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about today. You know, like how's today going? I know you told me like you've been here since 6 a.m. It's always a long day. These camps are always a long day for the people running them. But yeah, so how would you say today went as far as, you know, the turnout, you know, just the whole process from beginning to end?
Man, I'll tell you what, it all started with the registration, bro. We put the registration out, I think about a month ago, and within 24 hours, we had 123. And that has never happened for us before. Like, it was crazy. 48 hours, registration was filled, link was done. From that point all the way to now, people are like, can I? I'm like, it filled up in 48. So it's just like the support is crazy. But today, man, like you said, been here since 6 o'clock. It's always the same thing. You come out here early, set everything up, make sure everything is in place. You know, we've been spending all week wrapping bags and getting the stuff together. And it's, like I said, it's my family doing it. I mean, literally yesterday we were in the garage putting bags together, getting the footballs pumped up.
Man,
like, we make it a family thing. So it's just like, it's all of us having a hand in it. My sister helping with registration, my mama, and, you know, my business manager, Shelly, who comes through, my little brother, all my brothers, we come through, man. It was a real successful day. I think the kids had a lot of fun. I think they enjoyed themselves. They definitely got a workout in, which was the point. They definitely got some work in. And it's just always good seeing the parents, too. Like, the parents bringing their kids out. They had a good time. The parents definitely enjoyed it. And so I think today overall it was a real successful day. Really good.
Yeah, that's good.
Definitely. I like how you mentioned, like, it was a family thing behind it. Like, your whole family came out. Like, you mentioned your brothers out here, your mom, your dad. What does that mean? You know what I mean? Because I know it's like, it's a community obviously behind all of this, but what does it mean definitely, like, to just definitely still be doing this with your family and having them, like, really involved with it?
Well, I mean, because we've been like that since the beginning, man. I tell you what, my family is very, that's one of the biggest things I hold in my life with a whole lot of regard. We've always been really tight. I mean, it's been, you know, the original 7, mom, dad, my sister, and all the brothers. So we always, you know, we came from Gary with a little bit to nothing. My mom and dad always made a way. My dad was a man's man, showed me how to be a man, showed all of us how to be a man. And we've always been tight-knit. The strength of our family is just us being that tight. And so for us to come together and do this is always a beautiful thing, everybody having a hand in it, just because that's what it is. And that's how I came about. That's how my brother came about. We didn't do none of this on our own. I didn't get to the league on my own. I had a rock when I came from home, and it was my family. And no matter what, no matter where I've been, they've been the main support system. So to have them out here is it's a blessing, dude, to be able to just do it with each other. All my brothers, we play football together, you know what I mean? And it's just like to be able to get them out here and get them back in that mode, like, coaching and stuff, it gets them excited. So it's a beautiful thing, man. I wouldn't trade it for the world, man. I would do it like that every single time.
I said we had Maryville, Pop Warner. Where did you play youth football at?
Man, I play, oh, man.
Yeah, I know it's probably going to be a little ways.
Okay, no, so okay, so I actually played in Crown Point. Don't kill me. I played in Crown Point. It was a cool experience, man. It was really dope, man. It was right over there, the Junior Bulldog. Shout out to them. They had a cool little setup going. All the games was played over there. I think my older brother, I don't think he played until high school. My brother Matt did play for Maryville, Pop Warner. Me and my little brother came out through Crown Point, and as soon as we got done with that, we shot right back over to Maryville, and we was there ever since. But, yeah, we started out over there, man, made some noise, won some championships, turned the teams up a little bit, had to do a little something, and it's kind of cool, though, because to this day, I'm the only person to come from that Pop Warner League to make it to the league. I'm the only one, the first one, and it's been around
quite
for a minute. So, I mean, I wear that with a badge of pride, too. I was the first one. Still, I'm the only one, so it's just it's a good thing. But, man, shout out to Coach Scott, Coach Grady, man, Coach Eli's dad, Coach Ugis, great dude, great men over there as well. So thankful for it, man. Very thankful for it as well.
Definitely, man.
Yes. So what was so starting off, what kind of athlete or football player were you? Was it one of those kids where everybody looked at all right, this dude is hands down better than everybody?
Clearly,
he's going. They could be he's going to the league, or was it rough beginnings where it's you wasn't kind of that good and it was a developmental process? What were you?
I would definitely say for me it was developmental. I didn't come out the porch oh, he that dude. It was, I always had to prove it right. I had to take the prove it route, which was really dope for me.
Yeah.
Like I said, having that pressure from your older brothers, you see my brother over there, he's swole, you know what I mean? Big, mother big.
Yeah,
he got me kind of kind of shrimping. They're like, man, oh, what you finna do? I'm like, all right, y'all got me messed up. But, I mean, everywhere I've been, though, I always made noise. I started out, oh, he ain't gonna do it. And all of a sudden, it was like, oh, dang, who is, you know what I'm saying? So that was kind of my route, man. I loved it because it's still the same way to this day, bro. And everything that I do, I always got that chip on my shoulder because at the end of the day, I'm an underdog. You know what I mean? I'm an underdog, and I came out and I conquered everything. So it's always been like that for me.
Yeah, on that topic of being an underdog, we was at the Push Academy camp, and that's when we first saw you. And I got a little video of you when you was talking to the kids about putting in the work, really putting in the work and how hard it was coming out of the 219. I got two questions for you. Right. How hard was it, for one, getting out of the 219, but two, what's the importance of, because you said you live in Florida right now, and those kids in Florida, they playing sports year round. They playing football year round, and they're able to get that much more work in than somebody from the Midwest where it gets cold and we indoors during the winter. So I want you to first answer that question. What is it? What hard work went into coming out of the 219?
It was a daily. I mean, my cousin who's with D1 who did the warm-ups, me and him used to play football together, and I mean you can ask my little brother. We lifted before school. We would go to the weight room 5 in the morning. We had advanced fitness during school. We would lift again, and then we had weights after school with the football team. We used to do this for 2 years straight. Actually 3 years. My sophomore and my junior year, and then I did it by myself my senior because he was ahead of me. In the summer, we out there on the field. It wasn't no, hey, son, wake up. We was gone already. We were gone. You can ask my dad. They gone. Where the boys at? They at the field. So it was just understanding that, but then also having him do it first. Okay, so he's I'm looking at him. All right, I got to, okay, yep, da-da-da. All right, I got to put in this work. But it's very hard because what is Indiana known for? We're a basketball state. Yep. You know what I'm saying? We got to be indoors. So a lot down up here, basketball rules the world. Down there in Florida, football. No, there ain't no basketball down there. The
Florida
gyms,
Texas.
Yeah, Florida got the football, but the basketball, you go to their gyms, it's all small. Every Midwest gym hit like a D1 college. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that's what it is. So they're not, colleges are not necessarily looking up north for football players. So in order for you to get that look, you have to just blow it has to be crazy versus down south. You could be a dude that's, so I ain't gonna say average, but you make a little plays here and there, you might get 2 stars and get a damn full ride to Florida State or something crazy like that. Whereas, coming out, I had in my junior, I had 123 tackles and 9 picks, and I didn't get a lick of nothing. So it's just so it's hard. You know what I'm saying? And the scholarship I had, I went to Southern Illinois, another small school in the Midwest. Hard. You know what I mean? It's okay, I got to do something here. So it was definitely hard. But as far as to your second question, man, it's just, like you said, bro, they're doing it all year round. You know what I mean? But I think the advantage of us being up here is that since we have to move inside, you have the advantage of playing different sports. You have the advantage of, okay, yeah, I play football, but I also do track, and I also wrestle, and I also do this. So now you got a bag of tricks that when you step on the football field and you play with guys like Pat Mahomes who's throwing baseballs out there,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay,
baseball,
this kid something different, or this kid was a point guard in high school and he got vision. The boy got vision like crazy. He can see the field. So I think that's the advantage you have coming from the Midwest. But it's a hard, like I say, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to do, and you got to be able to put that work in. And like I said, you're not competing with, we got Crown Point. No, we're not competing. No, there's people in Cali. There's people in Texas and Georgia. Like, you got to think about these things as you coming up through high school. Like, all right, I got to start putting on. I got to make this happen. So it was definitely a hard thing, but can it be done? Absolutely. It can be done. You just got to be able to walk that walk. You know what I'm saying? So, heck yeah.
Yeah, and I'm glad you here talking about it being an NFL guy, opening like that perspective, because I think a lot of these young dudes, man, they think this shit an accident. They think you accidentally make it to the NFL. Like, but then you go in if you go in the program, you go in the gym, be like, hey, how many of y'all want to go to the NFL?
Hello.
Everybody raised their hand. But it's like, you're not willing to put in the work that you don't understand what it really takes until you get to college and you see how dudes moving the best players. You're like, damn, I don't think I want to go no more. Like, I don't think I could go no more. But it's like, bro, I'm glad you talked about the multiple workouts a day. A lot of these dudes just go to practice and go home and think that's it. Like, how you gonna practice for 2 hours a day and think you're gonna be master a craft?
Because these kids in Florida are outside all day. I'm like, and this is Florida down south, period. Now, I be telling these kids, like, dude, and that's anything in life, though, man. Like, even just sport, it's in anything. Like my brother said on the field, how you do one thing is how you do everything. If you sitting on the game, playing the game all day, and you don't do nothing else, like, you're not going to get better, bro. You can't look at Instagram and be like, oh, I can do that. No, you have to go out there, and you have to do it, and you have to practice it, and you have to walk the walk. So that way when it's time to shine, the game come around, you're not shaking in your boots. You done been here before. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of this is going to be surprising to you, but at the end of the day, it's just about how bad do you want it. You got to will your way through this stuff. Like you said, this is not luck. You know what I'm saying? This isn't an accident. This is consistent work. And I tell people all the time, when I start playing football, I've been consistently working at this since I was 12 years old. I'm 28. So that's a long time of putting in consistent work just to get to this point. Some people just think you wake up and, I'm in the league. No, I've been doing this since I was 12 years old. Like, and working my butt off since then, and I have not stopped. You know what I mean? So that's what it is, man. I tell these kids, bro, it's a long road, but those who willing to walk that walk.
Yep. And it's through everything.
Everything.
Like, it ain't like your life been perfect from 12 to 28. Your life been perfect. It's been easy through everything in life. You still had to be committed to that process that you created. Like,
after getting cut, after going to the school you didn't want to go to, spot took, this, that, and you just got to keep walking. Like, I could give you a million stories, but it's like, I could tell you a million times why somebody else probably would have been like, forget it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, nah, not me. I'm going to keep it pushing. Like, so, you know, that's just what they got to realize, man. You got to see it through, for sure. You got to see it through.
Yeah, so I want to get, like, into you playing and you getting to that level. We talked about the process, but what was it like that moment? Because you undrafted to the Eagles, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so what was that moment like when you got that call? And what was the process like, obviously not being in the draft?
Yeah.
So, like, you got a call, like, what, a day, 2 days after inviting you to a rookie mini camp?
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
So, coming into it, you know, Southern Illinois, FCS school, we had no winning record the 4 years I was there, right? Didn't really scratch an honorable mention or all comp, none of that. So I'm like, okay. But what I did have was the tangibles. I had the height, the weight, the speed. I got the film. I had the film. Now I made plays. It's film, it's picks, it's all that. But so for me to get the eyeballs open up to my school, we didn't have anybody come to our pro day. Like, we had like one scout. So what I would have to do is I had to train, which I trained down in Florida, and you had to go to a pro day at another school, like Northwestern. If you're in Illinois, you can go to Northwestern to do your pro day. So I was like, all right. And so at the time, I had this nutritionist, shout out Dr. Leon Melman, and he was like, okay, so they don't know if they want you at corner, they don't know if they want you at safety. I was like, yeah, they don't know. I was like, okay. He said, what I want you to do is I want you to take all the numbers of your guys, your height and your weight from like the past 4 combines, and I want you to get averages of all the numbers, the 40s, the broad, the vertical, the bench. All right, so I get these averages. He like, okay, if you beat all these numbers, that's already going to put you in the upper percentile. So I said, like, okay. So I went into training with these numbers in my phone every single day. I knew I had to run a 4. I knew I had to run a 4.5 or lower. I knew I had to jump a 10.5 or higher. I knew I had to bench 15. I already knew this. So when I'm training, I got to hit these numbers, I get to my pro day at Northwestern. When you get invited to a pro day at a college, they only guarantee you height, weight, and 40. They don't guarantee you nothing else.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
they only guarantee you that. So it's me and about 7 of my homies from college. We up here. We go. So it's like, all right, cool. You run your 240s. After that, everybody sit there, and there's a bunch of scouts in the middle just scratching names off of paper, right? Everybody sitting there. If I call your name, you stay. If I don't, go home. We get done running the 40s. They calling names. They call my name. Got to call one of my other homies' names. Everybody else, deuces.
Wow.
Had to finish we finished the pro day. Smashed all my numbers, beat all my goals. So at that point, that's when I started getting phone calls. Who are you? Who am I? I mean, yeah, I'm riding down with the Southern Illinois, doing the base calls. And so then at that point, all the way to the draft, it was, well, you know, you're not really on our board for draft picks, but we might come get you undrafted. All I need is an opportunity. Don't care if it's drafted. Don't care if it's undrafted child. Just give me an op. You're not going to tell me no when I get there. So during the draft, you know, I'm going through, and in my mind, I'm like, well, I'm probably not going to get picks. I really don't care. So my older brother, we go jet skiing. And shit. Like, you know, we just like, forget it. We going. So I started getting calls around like round 4. So I'm like, oh, snap, what's going on? So like teams like, hey, man, you know, we probably going to come trade back and get you, and we might be able to come grab you in the 5th or the 6th. So, you know, I'm sitting there waiting, but draft ended. Didn't have nothing. So I'm like, all right, cool. The teams that told me they were going to, so at the end of the draft, like round 6, that's when they start making their calls around like, hey, we want you as an undrafted. Hey, we want you as a, you know what I'm saying? Like they start telling me. So I had between Philly, it was Philly, Atlanta, and it was somebody else. And so when you're undrafted, you get to choose. So that's kind of the benefits. It was like, they all like, yeah, we want you. So I was like, well, let me go to Philly. Went to Philly, was excited in the mud, jumped in the pool with all my clothes on, happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did it. Yeah, I made it. I get to Philly, hit my first day at rookie minicamp, pretty much blow my hamstring out. Dang. So I'm like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? So blow my hamstring out, stay with them. They cut me right before the first preseason game. So I go home and I'm like, damn, I don't think I'm gonna get it. You know, that might be it for me. Right. I don't have no film. Like, I'm undrafted. Like, I'm hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? So Atlanta double back. They was like, we'll bring you in. You know, if you want to, you know, come try out, whatever. Do they drills, they bring me on, end up making the team on practice squad, and then the journey just kind of started from there, bro. So, like I said, it don't stop there, but it kept going from there. But, man, it was a lot of obstacles already coming in, but was it feeling good? Yeah, but I already knew. I was like, nah, I'm only undrafted. I got to – there's more to be done. You know what I'm saying? There's more to be done. So, yeah, man, it was a cool road, and I was super happy that I got into the league, man. It was a dope feeling all around. Heck yeah.
Yeah, sure. Definitely. I like how when you said, like, when you had the opportunity to do the pro day at Northwestern, you already came in, like, practicing, trying to hit your numbers. So by the time that pro day came, it was like clockwork. It was like, I already been doing this training, you know what I'm saying? So, and I think that's just a testament to the importance of preparation. You know what I'm saying? Preparation obviously prevents poor performance.
Absolutely.
And I didn't even know, like, when you brought up, like, you only get the opportunity for, what was it?
240s.
Yeah.
240s height and weight.
I had no idea about that. And then you get the actual, pro day?
Yeah, if they call you, you stay. If they don't, bye. Like, that's literally how it is, bro.
And this is what I was like when I tell the athletes, like, when you go to, like, camps and they checking you off, like, it's certain, like, if you don't even meet this standard, you out of here, like, 40. Like, if you didn't run a certain time, you was telling dudes, like, hey, you gone. Like,
wow.
Because, you know, if you're running this 40, we don't even need you here. We ain't even looking at, you know, so.
And that's just the nature of what these, you know, that's the nature of what the game has turned to now, which is kind of annoying because now you got kids going to camps at 6th grade and they getting scholarships. It's like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, nah, look at the film, bro. Like, I'm all about the film, but at the end of the day, I mean, that is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for me, that's what I had to do to get the eyeballs onto me. You know what I'm saying? I had to get these numbers. I had to, because if I didn't, you know what I mean, it'd probably be a different story. But I had to at least get somebody to go, hey, look, I'm over here. Like, yo, like, look. And now it was like, oh, wait, this dude, man, he benched 15, 16 reps. Dude jumped to 10-7 to 37. Now, like, who is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who is this? So that's what that was, man. And I'm glad, like you said, it worked out for me well because I had that in training already. So I knew as I'm training, I have to hit this. Like, I got to get these numbers. Hey, what was that time? That wasn't it. Like, I got it. So it was just like I already knew what it was, man. So definitely helped me out with that for sure. For sure.
Yeah, when you got hurt, and you mentioned you got hurt when you was in the camp with the Eagles. How long was you out for? Was it just like a limited time, or was it extended?
I had like a grade 2 to 3 hamstring strain, which was terrible. Took me out, missed all of the OTAs. I didn't do any OTAs, none of the mini camp. I went back home because, you know, after mini camp, you get like this month right here, you get July. Go home, I come back, I'm like at maybe 85%. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I got to run it around, but I'm not really, like, you know what I'm saying? But I came back, go to camp, man, and literally 2 weeks we was in camp. I'm making plays, doing my thing, and I'm sitting there, and I'm reading the news, and they talking about, the Eagles are going to bring back a veteran safety that was with them on the Super Bowl run last year. So I'm like, hold on, they're going to bring back another safety. I'm already at the bottom of the depth chart. They probably gonna let me spend. It's preseason. So we in the gym on a Sunday. I'll never forget this. It's Sunday and the preseason game is on Saturday. And I'm working out, and through the glass, I see the vet they talking about walking in the building. I'm like, whatever. Working out, I go back to my locker, grab my iPad, I'm sitting there, I get a tap on the shoulder. Hey man, Howie want to see you. What? For real? Like, and then they give you the spiel. Hey man, it's just a numbers game. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, and that broke my heart. But I'm glad that I got it like that out the gate. I learned the business end first.
That's what I was saying. That's what you got exposed right into the business. I learned the
business, and like I said, my brother was my mentor, so I already had a clue. But it's nothing like until you have to actually walk through it. So getting slashed right then and there taught me, like, okay, this is a fucking business. Like, this is real. Like, you know what I'm saying? That it hurt, but I'm glad it happened to me then because that changed my whole perspective. All right, cool. Now I got to do this 10 times as hard. Like, if I'm in practice, I'm going crazy. Like, because I know what it is. And I carried that mindset all the way up until this point. It's just like, you got to understand that this is a business, bro. Like, so come in here and do your thing, man. And if they got to make moves, they going to make it.
I don't think that's the aspect that the kids even understand behind it, too. And that's another reason why they got to work, like, 10 times harder because college treats us like a business.
Yeah, now they do for sure. Yeah, now they do for sure.
We was even talking about it the other day how college is going to be, the landscape is going to really change with NIL and then the schools being able to play athletes now. So it's like you being exposed to that, you know what I'm saying, getting into the league right away, like you said, it makes you work 10 times harder. So what was the gap between when you were able to make the practice squad in Atlanta? You said it was Atlanta now,
man,
right?
Okay, so I made the practice squad there, man.
Same season?
Yeah, this is all the same year. So I was with Philly. They let me go, and then probably 3 weeks later I came, and that's when Atlanta gave me the tryout. So actually, no, because they cut me for the preseason game. I got to Atlanta after the first preseason game, right? This is back in the day when they had 4. So I get there, and they throw me at corner, which I was playing safety at the time, but they threw me at corner. And so my DB coach, the assistant DB coach, his name Charlie Jackson, shout out to C-Jack. I love you to death. This dude, he was pretty much assigned to get me caught up to speed.
Okay.
And he was actually one of the ones that believed in me coming out of Atlanta. He flew to my school and gave me a private workout out there, met him before. So he would have me in his office every day. And I remember he just came in and grabbed a marker and wrote the word desperation. He was like, what that say? I said, desperation. He was like, good. Wrote mode under that. He said, what that say? Mode. He was like, what all that say? I said, desperation mode. He said, you are in desperation mode right now. He said, every rep, wherever the ball at, I don't care where you at, you need to be full speed, high tech. He wanted me to make it. He believed in me. He like, look, son, I believe in you. The rest of these people probably don't believe in me. I do. I seen the film. You can play this game, but you got to listen to me. So every day we were watching. I'm talking about my scout team reps. That ain't good. That ain't good enough. That ain't it. You ain't getting to. So he was constantly on my head. So that's what kind of got me to, okay, I just got to be that. And so literally we'll watch him as a team. You just see this number 40 flying across, like, who in the world? Like, and that's me. But that's what got me over that hump. And, you know, after second preseason game we go, he showed me the breakdown of when we supposed to play. He like, all right, you probably going to get in around the third quarter. I only been here for like 4 days. You probably going to get around third quarter. All right, bet. He's showing me, like, all the blocks. So I'm all right, cool. So first half, I'm chilling. We getting halftime, warming up. All right, yeah, I'm finna warm up, finna get right. All right, cool. Third quarter, I'm looking. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Halfway through the third, ain't nobody saying nothing. All right, bet. We get to the fourth. So I'm like, man, this is kind of whack, man. What the hell going on? Still ain't called me. I'm like, bro, what the hell going on, man? Fourth kind of go. Now we down in the 2-minute mode. We playing. This is when Pat Mahomes was playing in the preseason. This is my rookie year. So we playing. Neal get in the game. They winning. And there's 2 minutes left. We ain't got no timeouts. They finna run this ball. They finna just run it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm playing corner, so I'm mad. I'm like, I'm not finna get no action.
Right.
We get into a 3rd and 1. I don't even know the playbook, but all I remember was if they lined up in dot and there's 3 tight ends together, it's probably going to be a halfback dive. He's going to try to bounce it to the corner. That's the only thing I remember from film the whole week. I'll be damned. It's 3rd and 1. They line up, and there's 3 tight ends, and the fucking halfback standing behind the quarterback. I say, I swear to God, this tight end blocks that, I'm just going to run in the backfield. Like, I don't even care. You can see I got the film. I'm just sitting here like this. That tight end block down, I just took off running to the backfield, hit him for a tackle for loss. I come back to the sideline, and I'm pissed off. Everybody, that's a good play. I'm like, man, fuck it. I'm mad. Like, dude, it's the game over. Like, I ain't it. So, literally, one of my homeboys was like, hey, man, Marquand says you finna be second string safety next week. What? I get in the C-Jack office. Effective immediately, you're going to be the second string safety. So now I got to get you caught up on the playbook. What? Like, this is literally how
one play. That was off of watching film, you said.
One play.
Yeah.
I didn't even know our playbook looked like that, but if it was one thing I remember through the whole week of us talking, for some reason that stuck in my head.
Yeah.
And so I seen it. He down, but I took off running. But that one play got me that chance. We're going to the next season game.
Yeah.
I'm still don't know the playbook like that. I made like 7 tackles and this and that. They're good in the last one, play good. And so after all that, Coach DQ and TD, they got me in the office like, guys usually don't like to hear this, but we're going to let you go, but we're going to bring you back on practice squad. I'm like, yes. I'm like going, because they like, the hell wrong with this kid? I'm like, bro, I just want an opportunity.
Yeah.
So that's why I be telling kids too, like, it don't matter if you get the Division I scholarship or if you get the first round. You are hungry for the op. Like, I'm
the
not
opportunity gonna lead to the next one.
That's it. I want the opportunity no matter how it comes, because I know if I get it, I'm not gonna screw this. I'm gonna give it to you.
Right.
So that's just what it is. But yeah, man, that's kind of how it all got kicked off, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's how it got kicked off.
So
Yeah.
what was like your breakout moment? Like you feel like you had a breakout moment in the league?
Oh,
Like what was your breakout moment where you was like, all right, I'm here. Like
2020. We COVID year. We in Seattle. I get put on the practice squad again. I actually thought about quitting that year when they cut me that time. I was like, you know what, this might be over with. But my brother like, man, what else would you rather be doing for the amount of money you gonna make? You know what I'm saying? Go back and just, I'm like, all right, cool. So I go back. We finna play Dallas. This is like week 3. So the week before, the backup safety tears his knee. He's out for the season. The safety that backed him up is having back spasms. And then you got my boy who was starting. So we going through the week. We get to Friday, right? We start practice on Wednesday and prepping for the game, and Thursday is the second day of preparation. Friday is kind of like, all right, cool, let's kind of wrap it up and get ready. So Wednesday and Thursday, I'm on scout team still. I'm on practice squad. I'm like, I don't care about this shit or whatever. I'm not even paying attention. We get to freaking Saturday, and the special teams coach goes, all right, guys, we got a surprise. Ryan Neal's going to play in the game. Huh? Like, I've been on scout team all week. I usually pay attention, but I'm like, I ain't even paying. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to start on all the kickoff and everything. All right, bet. Call my mom and them. Hey, y'all, I'm playing in the game this week. They finna have me on special teams, yada, yada. So we get in the game. We're going through the game. So now we in about halfway through the third quarter, right? And it's a back-and-forth game like a mug. It was a shootout. We getting tore up on defense. They doing everything on offense. And my dog goes for a blitz. And he get done with the blitz, and I just see him kind of limping back. I'm like, yeah, he go another play. He shaking his head. Starts walking off the field. I'm like, before the game started, my coach comes up to me in the locker room. Hey, man, Leno having equipment issues. That's what he called injuries. He having equipment issues, so he's not going to go. So, if buddy get hurt, you up. And he ain't going to get hurt, man. Whatever. So I'm just having fun. So he get to doing that. I'm like, oh, he walking off the field. I just put my helmet on, took off running. My coach screaming, Neal! They like, he out there already. I'm like, man. So I'm out there. I don't even, bro. I'm just like, yo, we here.
Yep.
First play of the game, they get a toss to Zeke. And this is when Zeke was Zeke. And he in the open field. I'm like, oh, this is it. I go up, boom, tackle him. Okay, all right, cool. All right, that's we playing. We get down to the last play of the game. It's like 31-30, something crazy like that. They marching. They about like the 35, maybe 40-yard line. So Dak dropped back. We in like a cover 2. It's like maybe one of the last plays of the game. He dropped back. I see my homie peel the corner. Rap. I'm thinking it's a sack. I'm like, oh, it's a sack. Dak, hand on the ground, get back up, pop up. I'm like, oh, game still on. He just throws the ball toward the end zone. I swear, look, I don't have slow motion moments in my life, but I swear to you guys, the ball was just like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I'm just like, oh, what? And they usually coach you, if they throw a Hail Mary ball the last play of the game, bat that mug down.
Mm-hmm.
I go up there and I grab that mug and hold on to it like a newborn baby. I caught that mug and just tucked it real tight, and I'm on the ground, and like when you watch the video, I get up and I kind of just pause for a moment because I'm like, wait a minute, that was a game.
Right.
That's a game-winning pick. I'm just like, man, let's go. Like, it just, but at that moment, it literally felt like everything just went whoosh. Like, it was just like, boom. Yeah. And from that point on, I mean, they had me on NFL Network. I'm like, dog, they're like, just from the practice squad and catch us a game-winning pick. And I'm just, and I literally took that ball. I took it all the way home. I showered with the damn thing in the locker room. I had the ball like this the whole.
For sure.
And I just remember, like, I had probably 2,000 followers on Instagram. That shit went up to like 12,000 in one night. I got all these DMs and text messages, phone calls and videos and people crying. I'm just like, and I'm trying to take it all in because I really don't this is like, what is going on? Right. So, and then after that point, man, and so this is another tidbit too. During the COVID year, they said we could bring guys on practice squad, bring them up and activate them for the game. We can put them right back. There's a new rule. So in my mind, I'm like, well, they probably gonna put me back on practice squad. Go find a vet that played for them, who know the system. I get to work. Coach Carroll like, we rolling with you. Y'all rolling with me? Like, yeah, you start next week. Because my boy, now he out for 6.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, he like, we going with you. Hey, and by the way, come up to my office after practice. Cam want to talk to you. Cam who? Cam Chancellor want to talk to you. What?
Yeah.
I get done with work on that Monday, bro. I was in the parking lot of Target. He like, hit me up. I'm like,
Cam Chancellor, boy.
I call him. He like, hello. I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I gotta get this out. Man, you so good. I really fanboyed on him. I was like, I gotta get this out. You are the coach. I'm just like, dog. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, let's get down to business, bro. But like, but at that point, that changed my whole career, bro.
Yeah.
Started 6 more games after that. Ended up back in the lineup playing dime and stuff after the starter came back. Next year, the same thing. Next year, I went crazier and then came to the Bucs and played the year there. But I would definitely say that 2020 year was like the year that everything just went, we're here.
All from one opportunity.
One op.
One op.
It's just one op. I mean, you don't know when it's coming, bro, but I tell you.
You better be prepared for it.
You better be ready for it because you can't tell it when it comes. It's going to come.
Yeah.
But you got to make yourself available for it, man. It's like you got to be ready for it because you don't know when that play is going to be. And then it happens, and it's like, oh.
So when you got into the game back in Seattle,
yeah,
they had somebody else in mind going into the game because you said he already out there.
Somebody got hurt. Yeah,
I know somebody got hurt, but I'm saying you ran out there, had your helmet on.
As soon as you start walking toward the sideline, I ran because I'm like, hold on, oh boy, out for the year, he hurt. It's just me. It's just me. So I'm like, I literally just took off running, went out there, bro, and I mean, you in it. I mean, I'm talking about I was on practice squad, and now I'm in a full-fledged game on the line game. Like this is like you know what I'm saying?
So make a play.
Yeah, man. But that really that was a huge blessing in my life, man. Like I said, for anybody practice squad guys undrafted, it's FCS. It just don't matter, bro. When you get your op, choke that mug out and don't look back because you don't know when the next one coming, bro. Just be ready for it, be available, and walk the walk, bro. Like when I'm in meetings, I'm taking notes like I'm playing. I'm taking notes like, you know what I'm saying? Like just walk the walk so that when it happens, it's like, okay, like now you kind of froze. Now I'm not froze. I've been walking this walk. It just didn't, the op just didn't come yet. So yeah, that was definitely the biggest. That was my birth in the league right there. That was it.
Yeah, one thing I want to touch upon is being a student of the game because you talked about that one preseason game where you were supposed to get in the third quarter. You ended up getting into like the last 2 minutes. You remember 3rd and 1. You didn't know the playbook, but you remember seeing that on film.
Yeah.
And that led that one opportunity of stopping the play led to another. Yep. What is the importance of, to you at least, being a student of the game while also not, you can be physical, you can have the attributes, the stats or whatever, you can be fast, you can be strong, whatever. But what is that student mentality of the game? What does that bring to the game at the next level?
I think it's really a love for it. To be a student of it, you got to love it. So that's one thing. And then, understanding that some of the greatest players that have ever played, bro, were not the most athletic.
They
were not the fastest. They were not the strong, but they were sharp up here. Some of the guys that play in year 12, 13, Levante David is still faster than everybody on the football field because he know. It's just stuff he know. He know how to get there. Malcolm Jenkins was another one I got a chance to play with. He's faster than everybody because he knows. So it's just like having that, you got to be a student, bro. You got to understand the game entirely to understand your role in it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us come into okay, this is my job. But it's like, no, how does your job affect his job and his job and his job? And how does his job affect yours? Where's your help at? What is he doing? What did you see in film? What do they like to do? So it's just like you got to be able to pick it up because that's the game that the coaches are playing.
Right, exactly.
They're playing that game. So it's like, okay, so they in the box looking at stuff. Oh, okay, this way, then we got switch. So you got to be able to have that on the field, which a lot is hard to do. So a guy I always attribute knowledge to who really helped me pick up that game was Quandre Diggs. He is probably one of the smartest safeties I've ever played with, and playing with him was a pleasure. That dude will see stuff and alert me to stuff that could happen to me. That's not even his job. You know what I'm saying? He got a whole nother thing going on. Hey, Ryan, watch this. How do you have the ability to know that I got this and that this could affect me? You know what I'm saying? All the while you seeing the game from your end. You know what I'm saying?
You got your own job. Yeah. You considering what I got going on.
And so, and literally, we in film together for them years in Seattle. Since me and Nino got there, we sat next to each other all the time. And I would just sit there. How did you see this? How did you look at this?
Brain.
How did you, and he would just tell me, bro, I just watched film. And he would sit there and be like, did you watch any game? We'll come in there. How many games you watch? I already watched by 7 of them, bro. I'm like, you done watch that many games? He knows football, and that leads you to a half a step. Quandre is not the biggest safety. He ain't the fastest one either. He ain't the most athletic one either, but that dude make plays because he know ball. So I'm like, dude, like one thing I'll definitely like say to the young guys, like, if you want to up your football knowledge, learn situational football first. I think that's the fastest way you can kind of get on beat with the game. Like, okay, it's 2nd and 7. That's like a passing down. It's 2nd and 3. This could be a rundown, or it's 2 minutes. What do they like to do here? Or we backed up, so what do they play? So it's just like understanding that, and then you just kind of break it down to, specific people. Like, okay, this is this coaching tree. Like, you even get that deep. Like, okay, we playing this coach. What coaching tree he come from? Well, he come from the Shanahan coaching tree, and McVay came from that tree. And this,
that way.
So they run this similar kind of offense. So they run the same. So it's like you taking that and just you dumbing the game down to make you a half a step faster, because a lot defense is being able to be on point. You got to be on point. Offenses know where they're going. They run forward. We're running backwards. We have to read. So it's like, if you don't know stuff when you line up, then you in trouble. You need to have a clue of what's going on.
Game read.
Yeah, before the
take
play.
things away.
Yeah, you got to start taking stuff away. Like, okay, he never lines up over there. That's unusual. Okay, why his stance so heavy over here? Or why is this much space between these O linemen? Or why? Like, it's just like all these things. And so it just gives you a hint. You sitting up back there at safety, you in too high, and they in the dot back, and this receiver, he might be coming to crack block me. It might be running this way. Like, you just start picking stuff up. It's like he might be. So you just got it. That's what being a student of the game is. Like, you just learning. It's like learning chess. Like, it's like, okay, I'm learning the pieces of the game. Okay, my D lineman, they slanting this way, which means ain't gonna be no runs this way. That means the running back gonna bounce it this way. So I got to slow play this slant because he gonna bounce this. Knowing stuff before it. Like,
in your head.
And it happens.
That's where you make plays.
And it happens this fast. Yeah. Like, as I'm talking to you, this is happening even faster than that. It's like, okay, this is boom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to, and that's what being a student of the game is. You have to study. And Luke Kuechly, dude, I can go forever. These dudes make plays because they just know. It's like, dude, once you get it to that level, you can play this game for as long as you want to, as long as your body allow it. But that's the importance of being a student of the game. And it's like anything in life, you want to be good at anything, you want to be a master of your craft, you got to become a student of it first. So that's what that is.
You mentioned situational football. Like, that's the first thing you think kids should learn, situational football. How early you think they should?
I think I would say, well, in high school you kind of can, but, their brains can't really wrap around all the information. Definitely start in college. I think I started in college when I was learning situational football. I had a good DB coach, Marty Rogers. Shout out to my dog. He put me on to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you got to know what's going on. Like, what's going on? Because you in the field, you just like, but it's like, no, there are masterminds literally orchestrating this whole thing. You got to know stuff, like, because that just makes you play faster. So, we'll get to playing certain teams and understand, like down and distance is a huge one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, 3rd and 2, what are they likely to do? 3rd and 6 to this, what are they likely to do? If it's 3rd and 7 plus, they got to go to the sticks. If I'm a corner, I'm sitting on the sticks. Like, I'm not backing up off the sticks. If you gonna throw it deep, you gonna have to fucking throw that mud deep. Like, I know you got to come to these sticks. Like I said, second and 7. Okay, this is more than likely a pass down. 2nd and 8, this got to be a pass down. So now I'm playing pass first in my mind. Now it's a pass. Now that I'm thinking pass, okay, now what are they giving me? Okay, they're in gun. That's another indicator. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you start stacking stuff. It's like, okay.
And it all starts.
Yes, it's like, all right, 2nd and 8.
That's the beautiful aspect of it.
I wish high school, like, I wish younger athletes saw it like that. Because that's the beauty of the game. Like the chess match you saying.
That's
like,
how you make
looking
plays.
At Tennessee's offense, I'm looking at the defense. Tennessee's.
Yeah.
How they in the one, how they
all right,
we gonna do this, we gonna do this. That's a battle. It ain't random.
So here you go. You see offense, they in the 2 high. Me and the defense, we in the 2 high. They probably gonna run this ball.
Exactly.
So it's like
boom, boom.
It's like it's a chess match. And that's what's like, okay, we gotta show something. Like, let's show this because but that's the game.
Yeah, they think they got us. All right, let's keep doing it.
Let's keep
we gonna throw it over there. We gonna play it over the top.
Or
like,
if they see a blitz, offense see a blitz coming, here go the hot throw right here. So if we give up the blitz as a safety, I'm like, okay, who's rolling down that way? Hey, be ready. That ball coming out.
Yeah.
He saw it. So it's like, as soon as that dude blitz, the quarterback raising up, you can still, like, you know what I'm saying? But that's just dope. Playing the game. So it's like, and as we start stacking it up, like, even through the season, they give you 10. Hey, when they line up in gun, but the tight end is in the core, it's more than likely 75% runs. Now, okay, I'm in the game. It's 2nd and 7. This is more of a passing down. But, wait a minute, that tight end in the core. This might be a run. Or it's 2nd and 7, and I'm like, all right, cool. But now the tight end is out there. Oh, this is a pass 100%. Like, this is a pass. So now I was like, okay, well, what passes do you like to do? All this stuff, you start breaking it down. It's like, okay, you stack indicators. Like, oh, I know what's happening. So that's how the game is played up there, and it's a beautiful thing. Yeah. You play with great minds. Ricardo Allen was another one. KJ Wright was one of my favorites. I mean, you play with these dudes who just know stuff. Like, it's like, okay, hold on, Quandre did. It's like, you get to playing with guys, and then that's where communication comes in. If you see something that he don't see, you're like, hey, tight end in line. He like, oh, hold on. Now we all, so it's like, it's just, but that's the beautiful thing about the game, bro. So, heck yeah.
Man, I was telling Trey, man, you know, just having all you guys like here for the camps and stuff, like, man, it'd be crazy if one day y'all came back and took a program over, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
with all the knowledge y'all got.
That's a lot of knowledge.
Like, that'd be crazy.
I tell you what's funny.
Bro.
We joke about it all the time in the league. Like, I
crazy.
remember talking to Antoine Whitfield last. I'm like, hey, man, look, Tweez, what we gonna do, bro? We done with this football stuff. Let's pick a high school and let's take them boys to state. Like, hey, it'd be so funny, but like, even in high school, like, we joke about it all the time, but the cool thing is, man, it's like, the game is different in high school.
Yeah.
The game is more so, okay, who's the best athlete? You know what I'm saying? We need to get the best athlete the ball. But me, with my knowledge, you better blame with somebody else because I'm taking them away. You know what I'm saying? But then we joke about it all the time. Like, man, what if we came back and just said, forget it. Let's just go to high school and take them to state.
That'd be crazy.
It'd be cool, but you see a lot more of us doing. I know Teddy Bridgewater, he in coaching high school. I know Phillip Rivers coaching high school. It's a lot of dudes out there doing it, man. But just giving that knowledge back because, I mean, we got it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm willing to spill knowledge any day.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
that's kind of like what I'm seeking right now. Like, because I know one day I want a head coach.
Yeah.
So I'm just always online watching different coaching, videos, seminars, and stuff like that. So I love to sit down with y'all and just get it. Because the highest level is the NFL. Like, these are, they get paid millions of dollars to the schematics of the game. Like, I know it's things I don't even understand. So it's like to be able to understand it on that level, like understand what an NFL coach is trying to do. Like, I know it get crazy in that. Honestly, like, how was it the transition, I guess, from like the playbook and like how they run stuff at the NFL level versus, I would say, you being at Southern and your defensive schematics? Like,
I would say when I came out, it was different because now colleges are all moving toward two highs and man. A lot of them don't really play cover three a lot like they used to. The game is moving more to two high safeties and man coverage.
Like
that's what it is. You got all these 7-on-7s going on. They play man coverage. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's kind of been the theme. But when I came out, we were so simple. But when I got to the league, it was way more complex. I never really played cover three in college. When I got to the league, I played 5 years of cover three. I'd never played it before. So that was new for me. I'm like, hold on, what is a cover? What is a hook? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, what is what? Right. So, yeah, there was definitely a jump. But I think the bigger jump is not necessarily the plays itself because at some point you've done it. It's just getting used to the speed of the game and then getting used to, okay, now you're not just thinking about yourself. You got to think about, okay, what's going on over there? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on around me? Where is my help? Like, really understanding the small details of where your help is. Like, okay, if I know somebody over there, you know what I mean? Like, you know the plays and you know the playbook. So I think that would be the only thing is just the league is a lot more detailed versus than college and high school. College and high school is kind of more simple. In the league, it's definitely way more detailed. You got to know stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that'll probably be the biggest jump. And it took me a while to get it to me. You're not going to get it in year. Most of us don't get it in year one. Take a minute in year two. By year three, it's like, okay, I know. Like, I done seen this before. Like, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of things repeating. And like I said, football knowledge, knowing what's the weakness of a cover three, the seams, 4 verticals. Okay, if we in cover three, I know that's our weakness. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cover two, what's the weakness? The middle. They want to pick on the Mike linebacker.
So it's still some simple concepts within it. Like, so it's still the fundamentals of the game.
Yeah, so that's where that comes into play. It's like, oh, that's why. Yes, because we're doing this. So they're going to try to do this or some way, shape, or form. So that's where it comes in when, getting to the league. It's just a lot more detailed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that'll probably be the biggest difference.
Yeah,
definitely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Man, we had a great conversation.
Yeah,
I know we've been going. Like, I don't want to hold it too much.
Good conversation.
We got into it.
Text messages, and I'm like, why people keep texting me?
Yeah.
Is it? We can kind of probably wrap it up from here. I think we had a great conversation. But is there any other things that that everybody should be looking forward to? Maybe it's another camp or anything that you probably want to like plug right now? Or?
Man, you know what, man? I know D1 Maryville's doing another camp at the same location next week. I think Friday and Saturday, and they're doing everything. The combine testing, they're going 40s and verticals.
Oh wow, okay.
They're doing all that. Get you your number so you know where you stand. I think that's important for
D1
kids
training?
to come to. Yeah, D1 training. They're out here in Maryville, right on Route 30. I think that's an important thing. We did that last year to see where you stack up. You know what I mean? Where are you? You know what I mean? I think it's a cool thing to do. You get to know where you at and you get to work on it. So that's another thing. But other than that, man, just, 219, there's more coming. Not just me, but there's more. There's people doing great things, even bigger things coming. We're trying to get some big things coming together. Try to get not just football players out here. We're going to try to get everybody out here. Like, get everybody. Do an event. We got everybody coming. So, man, we're looking forward to it, man. And to the 219, look to your community. These kids coming up, they got some talent. They're talented as a mug. They're getting scholarships like never before. They're getting looks. We got people in colleges doing their thing right now. Shout out to that boy, I think his name Kenneth Grant out there in Michigan. He coming out. He coming. There's a lot more coming too, man. We excited. And, we looking for who next? Who coming out next, man? That's the only question I got. Who next? So Other than that, man, we gonna keep at it, bro. We still working.
For sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then to the athletes, like, it's just like you got Ryan Neal is like one of the many, people that are willing to come back and give back to the community. And then us with off-season having a platform like this is something you even talk about where it's like when you was coming up, you didn't have this. So it's like, don't take this for granted. Don't take the opportunities and resources for granted. You got pro-level guys coming back to give back information and making themselves tangible and accessible for you guys. So take advantage of it. Ask questions, send DMs. Like, we are doing all this for the love of the community. Like, we're not getting paid to do this. You know what I mean? You didn't have to come sit down and, give all these words. So it's just like the athletes really need to know that it's people pushing for them to be great. So take advantage of it. We already at a disadvantage in the area. We're not in Florida, Cali. We don't have those resources. We talked about the media coverage. Why are we the ones here? We're new media.
Right.
It should be old media here covering this. A football.
The fact that your family's doing it together too. That's even a story by itself.
It's a great story, So it just, we want to just highlight as much as we can, and hopefully this time next year when y'all roll around that 3 camp, we even bigger with a bigger platform. And figure out a bigger way to promote it, and we know some people and see how we can even contribute. Next year you talked about the sandwiches, you talked about different things, and see what we can bring to the camps to just make it bigger, bigger, and the world gonna know about what's going on over here.
Absolutely, that's the whole goal, bro. We gonna join hands and do it together as a community, as a Northwest Indiana region. We gonna do it together, and we gonna push these kids out one person at a time. Like I said, it's a rarity. I'm a rarity in the league. It's only a few of us.
Yeah.
Bring them on. Bring them on. Who next, man? Like, let's do it, man. It's a family thing. Like you said, it's love, bro. Like, I live for this. Like, I literally live for this. I love doing this. I love answering questions, love helping out any way I can, because like I said, we didn't have that. So it's like, now that it's here, take advantage of it, man. We're going to be around. We're going to be around for a long time. So, heck yeah, man. It's been great. It's been
definitely
great.
I do want to take the time to shout out Maryville Pop Warner, just because we are at Maryville Pop Warner. I love to shout out youth leagues and things like that. So definitely shout out Maryville Pop Warner to even let us stay here this late to sit down with
Everybody
you. Everybody
gone right now.
Yeah,
so we appreciate you. I know you super busy. You got stuff going on. So we appreciate you taking out the extra time to sit with us, and get this message out to the community.
Absolutely,
for real. So
man. And thank y'all for being in the vehicle, bro. That's all thank you for helping me get the message out. It means everything to me. So appreciate you boys.
Definitely.
Heck yeah.
So this is the off-season podcast episode
22.
22. Yeah, 22.
We getting there.
Hey, many more coming, baby.
First NFL guy on the podcast. So we appreciate that. And we just gonna continue to grow, man. We appreciate it. This will be the beginnings. Like, when they look back on us, like, man, our first pro player was Ryan Neal. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe a year, 2 years from now, we big, and he's like, bro,
going everywhere. It's only going somewhere. It's only up from here, man. So like I said, I appreciate y'all boys, and it's all love. 219. We're gonna get these messages out for sure.
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
My dog.
Yeah, appreciate that.
I appreciate that. Ain't no real shit, nothing but the life I live, man. For real though, man. Like I said, thank y'all boys, and